Hi guys, today we're going to discuss about Naraka. The Saptaha Brahmana is the first text to mention the pain and suffering of Naraka in detail. While the Manusmriti begins naming the multiple hells, the epics also describe hell in general terms as a dense jungle without shade, where there is no water, no rest. The Yamadutas torment souls on the orders of their master. And Garuda Purana is a text based on the conversation of Lord Vishnu, Sri Hari, and his Vahan Garuda. Garuda asks Lord about punishments for the bad deed human do on earth. 28 kinds of punishment described in Garuda Purana. First, today we are going to discuss about 28 Naraka in Hinduism. The summary of the 28 hells, the 4 direct hells and 14 saints corresponding punishments in hell, described in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Purana, Devi Bhagavata Purana, and more. And coming to the first one, Naraka, first punishment, Tamisra, darkness. It is intended for a person who grabs others' wealth, wife or children, this dark kriya, who he is born with robe, starved without food or water. He is beaten and reapproached by Yamdusa till he faints. Second one, Andha Tamisra, blind darkness. Here a man who deceives another man and his wife or children. He is tormented to that extent he loses his consciousness and the sight. The torture described as cutting trees at its roots. Third one is Rauruva, fearful or hell of Rurus. As per the Bhagavata Purana and the Devi Bhagavata Purana, it is assigned for a person who cares about his own and his family's good, but harms other living beings and is always envious of others. The living beings are by such man take the form of serpent like the beast called Rurus and torture this person. The Vishnu Purana deems this hell fit for a false witness or one who lies. Fourth one, Maha Raurava, great fearful, a person who indulges at the expense of other beings and afflicted with the pain by fierce Rurus called Krabyadas, and who eat his flesh. Fifth one is Kumbhipaka, cooked in a pot, a person who cooks beasts and birds, alliance cooked in alliance boiling oil by Yamadutas here for many years as they were hairs on the bodies of their animal victims. Sixth one is Kala Sutra, thread of time, death. The Bhagavad Gita Purana says this hell to be a murder of the Brahmin, while Devi Bhagavata Purana allocates it for a person who disrespects his parents, elders, ancestors, and all Brahmins. This realm is made entirely of copper, extremely hot, heated by fire for below. When the red shot sun from above. Here the sinner burns within these by hunger and thirst, thus smoldering heat outside. Whether he sleeps, sits, stands, or runs. Seventh one is Aspat Ravana, Asipatra Kanana, which means forest of sword leaves. The Bhagavad Purana and Devi Bhagavad Purana reserves this hell for a person who disagrees from the religious teachings of the Vedas and indulges in heresy. The Vishnu Purana states what wanton tree felling leads to this lead. Yamadutas beat them with whips as they tries to run away in the forest, where palm trees have sword as leaves. Afflicted with the injury of the whips and swords, they faint and cried out for help in vain. No chance to escape. Shukaramukha, hawk's mouth, with one. It houses kings or government officials who punish the innocent or grant corporal punishment to a Brahmin. Yamadutas crush him as a sugarcane and crush it to extra juice. He will hell and scream in agony, just as the guiltless suffered. Ninth is Andhakupa, well with his mouth hidden. It is the hell where a person who harms others with the intention of the malice and harms in success in conform, confined. Sorry. He is attacked by birds, mammals, reptiles, mosquitoes, lice, worms, flies, and others, who deprive him of rest and compel him to run hither and thither, that to and then. Krimi Bhojana, Krimi Bhaksha, warm food, it means, as per the Bhagavad Purana and Devi Bhagavad Purana. It is where a person who does not share his food with the guests, elders, father, mother, children, or the gods, and selfish eats it alone. And he who eats without performing the five yajanas, panchayajana, is chastised. The Vishnu Purana states that one who loathes his father, Brahmins are the gods, and who destroys states that one who loathes his, destroys his evils in punishment here. This hell is a 100,000 yojanas lake filled with worms. A sinful person reduced to a worm whom feeds other worms, who is done devour his body for 100 years. Sandasana, Sandamsa. I love the pincers. The Bhagavad Purana and Devi Purana states that a person who robs Brahmins or steals jewels or gold some for someone, and when in all their need is confined to this hell. However, the Vishnu Purana tells the violence of the wars or rules endure pain here. His body is torn by red hot iron balls and tongs. 12 to 1 is Tapta Sumi, Tapta Murti, red hot iron statue. A man or woman who indulges in illicit sexual relations with a man or man is beaten by whips and force embrace red hot in iron figurine of the opposite sex. 13. Vajra Kantaka Sanmali, the silk cotton tree with horns like a thunderbolts or like vajras. A person who has sexual intercourse with the non-humans like animals, or who has excessive coitus, is tied to the Vajra Kantaka Salimali tree and pulled by Yamduta so that the thorns tear his body. 14th. Vaiturna, to be crossed. It is a river that is believed to lie between Naraka and the earth. This river, each form of the bone of Naraka, is filled with excreta, urine, pus, blood, hair, nails, bones, marrow, flesh, and fat, where the fierce aquatic beings eat in the person's flesh. As per the Bhagavad Purana, Devi Purana, a person born in a respectable family, Kshatriya, warrior's caste, royal family or government official who neglects duty is thrown into this river to the hell. The Vishnu Purana essence is to the destroyer of the B river or a town. And the next one is Yoda, water of us. Shudras, workman caste, and husbands are sexual partners of lowly women and prostitutes. While like these rewards of cleanliness and good behavior fall into Puyoda, the ocean of pus, excreta, urine, mucus, saliva, other repugnant things. Here they are forced to eat these disgusting things. And next one, Pranarodha, obstruction to life. Some Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and merchant caste indulge in the sport of the hunting with their dogs and donkeys in the forest, resulting in the wanton killing of the beasts. Yamadutas play archery sport to them as the targets in the hell. Third one, Vishashna, murderers. The Bhagavad Purana, Devi Purana mention that Yamadutas whip a person who has pride of his rank and wealth, sacrifice beasts as a state symbol and finally kill him. The Vishnu Purana associates it with the maker of the spears, swords, and other weapons. And next one, Lala Bhaksha, saliva as a food. As per the Bhagavad Purana, Devi Purana, a Brahman, a Kshatriya, Vaishya husband, who forces wives to drink is a semen, sperm, it's mean, out of the lust and to enforce its control, in thrown in a river of the semen. which he is forced to drink. The Vishnu Purana disagrees, stating that one who eats before offering food to the gods and the ancestors or guests in a brought to his hell. Next one, Sarmayadhana. Sarmayadhana, hell of the son of sons of Sarma, plunders who burns houses and poison people for wealth, and the kings, other government officials who grab money of the merchants, mass murders or ruin the nation, are cast into the hell. 720 ferocious dogs, the sons of Sarma, with razor sharp teeth, prey on them at the behest of the Yamdutas. Next one, Avisi, Avisimat, waterless, waveless, a person who lies upon the earth or in the business, is repeatedly thrown head first from 100 yojana high mountain whose sides are stone waves, but without water. His body is continuously broken, but it is made sure that he does not die. And next one, Ayapana, iron drink, it means. Anybody else under Oyat or a Brahmin who drinks alcohol is punished here. Yamadutas stand on their caste and force them to drink a molten iron. And next one, Sak, KSCRA, KRDMA. This means SDK, silent mud, is a filth. One who is a false pride does not honor a person higher than him by his birth. Austerity, knowledge, behavior, caste, or spiritual order. He is tortured in the hell. Yamadutas thrown into him head first uh, and torment him. Now next one, Raksogna Bhojana. It means the food of the Rakshasas. Those who practices human sacrifices, cannibalism, are condemned to this hell. Their victim, the form of the Rakshasas, cut them with the sharp knives and swords. The Rakshasas feast on their blood and sing a dance in joy, just as the sinners slaughtered their victims. Next one, Shula Prota, pierced by sharp pointed spear dart. Some people give shelter to poor or animals pretend to be their saviors, but then harass them, poking and threading needles, or using them like lifeless toys. As some people behave some ways to humans, winning their confidence that they're killing them with the sharp tridents or lances. The bodies of such sinners, fatigued with hunger and thirst, are pierced with a sharp needle like spears, ferocious, carnivorous, carnivorous birds like vultures and herons, tears and gorge their flesh. Danda Sukha, snakes filled with envy and fury. Some people harm others like snakes. These are destined to be devoured by people 5 or 7 hooded serpents in the hell. Next one, Avata Nirodhana, confined in a hole. People who impersonate others in dark wells, crannies, or mountains, cows, or push them to hell. A dark well engulfed with poisons, fumes, and smoke that suffocates them. Next one, Paryavartana, returning, a householder who becomes guest with the cruel glances and abuses them in restraint in this hell. Hard-eyed vultures, herons, crows, and similar birds gaze on them and suddenly fly and pluck his eyes. Next one, Susumuka, needle face. A never suspicious man is always aware of the people trying to grab his wealth, proud of his money, his signs to gain and to retain it. Yamdutas stitched thread through his whole body into this hell. So all of this one is about the Naraka's 28, and don't forget these hells are very dangerous, and it's why one person born in, think about it, one person born in 1978. So before where he was, so somewhere is there, somewhere is born is there. In the society, in the world, we see a lot of incidents of the people just born, they saying about them their past birth, how. So this has happened, the soul is there. So think about and do good, do good, do good, do good, do good. Don't harm to anyone. God is watching you. Don't forget it, and subscribe me. I'm not scaring to you. This is a message from the God. Do good, always do good. God will likes that. God is wherever, in which shape, but He will likes if you are going to do good. Thank you. Subscribe me.